For today's session, our topic is all about the basic page. Let us now start. World Wide Web is also called the web, is the part of the internet that supports multimedia and consists of a collection of linked documents. These documents or pages of information are known as web pages. Web page is a document which can be displayed in a web browser such as Firefox, Google Chrome, Opera, Microsoft Internet Explorer Edge, Safari. It is simply called as a page. And also a page, your example are the graphics, sound, and video. They all can be included on a web page. A website is a collection of web pages that are created and maintained by a company, universities, and colleges to distribute information about their areas of study, or a company use website to advertise their products worldwide as well as to provide 24 hours online support for their customer. So HTML. The acronym for HTML is an hypertext markup language. So the hypertext markup language, it describes the structure of a web page, or and also the language. This HTML is the language for building up web page. An HTML consists of a series of elements. An HTML file is a text file containing small markup tags. So these small markup tags are the codes or the syntax. The markup tags tell the web browser how to display the pages. An HTML file must have an extension name .htm or .html. So every time you create or make an HTML file, you must need to put that extension name. An HTML file can be created using simple text editor. So this simple text editor is your Notepad. So this is the example of HTML code and XML code. So when we say the HTML is, yes. Okay. So HTML was to design that it is used to design to display data, so with focus on how the data looks. While the XML code was designed to carry the data with the focus on what the data is. So in other words, the XML tags are not predefined like HTML tags are defining. So an example, so when you say predefined, like the different tags like this one, the H1, the H2, the P, the UL, the LI are the example of the predefined, with predefined. While XML, it must be defined both the tags and the document structure. It is an extensible, so meaning it is focused to transfer on the data. So in HTML, it focuses on the presentation of the data. Next is we have different HTML language. So one of these is the, yes, an SGML stand for Standard Generalized Markup, a system for organization and tagging elements of documents. So an SGML is defining the markup language for HTML documents. So this is the example. And then the other one is the dynamic hypertext markup language. So the dynamic is defined as the ability of the browser to alter a web page's look and style after the document has loaded. So when you say alter, so you can edit it, yeah, or and also the dynamic hypertext is just a languages, that's the features or to build dynamic web pages, or it is used to create interactive website. So that is the HTML. And then the other one is the XHTML. It is X stand for extensible. It is a stricter and cleaner version of HTML. So because it is a case sensitive and this tag should appear in pairs. So it has always a pair when you use XHTML. And then another is we have the tools for developing HTML. Number one is the text editor. So we used we're going to use Notepad, and the next is the web browser. It is enable the user to display and test the document, so you can use any web browser that you want, pero if possible please use Internet Explorer, because Internet Explorer you can create HTML file use I mean, for off the Internet Explorer is for offline browsing, unlike the other web browser. Next is the validator. So the validator is a tool that examines your HTML documents. So we have here the Notepad window. So the Notepad windows is we have the title bar, we have the menu bar, we have the scroll bar, we have the text area, and the control buttons. So the title bar, it displays the name of the program. While the menu bar, it contains commands, different commands. While the scroll bar is if you want to see the different pages of your documents, and then while the text area it's like a bond paper, it look like a bond paper. This is where you type your text and this is where you put your HTML tags. Then we have here the control buttons. It look like a it look like an underscore. This is the minimize, and then the other one is the maximize and the closing. So how about the tags? Tags are the basic units or building blocks of an HTML. So if you're going to make or create HTML files, so you're going to apply or use the different tags. And then the other one, and then HTML tags are used to mark up the HTML elements. So an HTML elements is everything from the start tag to the end tag. HTML tags are surrounded by two characters. These two characters, this one, the greater and less than, it is called as the angle brackets. HTML tags normally come in pairs. Like this one, it has a pair. We have the opening, and then we have the closing for the B. B is for bold, if you want to thicken your text or word. And then the text between the start and end tag is the element content. So this is the element content. So another example of an element content is any text that you want, like this one, HTML tags are an example of the element content. It is an in between the opening and closing tag. HTML tags are not case sensitive. So I have here an HTML element. So we have here the opening, the closing, and the content. We have types of tags. Number one is the paired tag. So the paired tag is known as the container tag. So from the word paired, it has a partner. So we have here, we have the opening, we have the closing tag. So that is a container tag. Number two is the unpaired tag. Unpaired tag is known as an empty tag. So it has no partner. Um, it has no closing tag. We have different, so under here, these are the example for container tags. It has a partner, while the other one, has no partner, can stand alone. While container tag dependent with each other, so it has a partner. Then we have here the HTML document structure. So the HTML document structure is, number one is the HTML document. So the first tag in your HTML document is, of course, the HTML. These tags tell your browser that this is the beginning or start of your HTML document. While the last tag in your document is /HTML. These tags tell your browser that this is the end of the HTML documents. And then under HTML, we have the head. The tags between the head tag is the header information. Header information is not displayed in your browser window. Then the title tags is the title of your document. This title display in your browser caption. Then the body, the tags, the body tags is the text that will display in your browser. So example, yung B, the I, and so on and so forth. So all the tags, all the element content is in your body. So example, example here, I have here the Doctype Declaration. So the Doctype Declaration tag is used by the web browser to understand the version of the HTML used in the document. Current version of the HTML is 5 and it makes use of the following declaration. So optional lang to. You can put this doc type before the starting of the HTML document structure. So pwedeng hindi nyo na to ilagay. So optional lang siya. So I'm wait. So this is my notepad. Yes. So before you build, before you make, or before you create an HTML document, you must type first the HTML document structure. So HTML should be lowercase, of course. Then head. Be careful in spelling class. Slash, I'm going to close the head. Then under head, we have title, then close title, then after closing the head, um, slash, slash, uh, body. I know, opening, sorry, body. Slash body, then slash HTML. Then after typing the HTML structure, I'm going to save it now. File, save. And then because this is my first time, so I'm going to save it in my desktop. Then for example, I want my first name is my file name, Emmy. Then don't forget to type the word, don't forget to put the extension name .html. then okay, then save. And after saving it, go to here. I'm going to type here, Internet Explorer. Yeah. So this is the window now of my Internet Explorer. So after that, I'm going to press Alt then F. F means file in order to activate my menu bar. So in my file menu, you're going to choose open. Then this is the dialog box of open. Go here in choose browse. And then I will choose in my desktop. Yeah, I will choose Emmy here. So you can double click or just click, then open here, then okay. So I have now my first web page. Pero class, wala pa siyang laman. So how about if you want to have a browser caption, I mean title. So you're going to activate your text editor by pressing Alt Tab to switch the window. So go here. So example, my title, because this is my first time, so I can use my full name. So class, don't forget, every time you put something in your text editor, I mean, when you type something here or add something here in your text editor, don't forget to save it. So you're going to save it again. So by pressing Control S to save, Alt Tab to switch the window, F5 to refresh. So, did you see I have the title here? Emmy Gonzalez. So how about if I want to have a content here in my page? So, switch again the window by pressing Alt Tab. Then, so inside the body, so remember in body, you can put all the tags and tags here inside the body. So this is my first time to make a web page, period. So after typing it, press again Control S to save, Alt Tab to switch the window, F5 to refresh. So I have now my first web page. May content na, may laman na. So how about if you want to apply the if you want to have two lines or two paragraphs here. So how do you do that? If you want to move my first time, I mean to make a web page, I want to move to next line. So this is the tag. It is like an enter key effect. So for example, I want to move this is my first time. This one, I'm going to move to next line yung to make a web page. So you can use BR space slash Control S, Alt Tab, F5. So I have now two sentence ko. I have two paragraph now. So how about if I want to move again to next line twice yung word web page? So you can use BR twice. Kunwari, this example here, web page. BR space slash BR space slash Control S, Alt Tab, F5. So, in your word, para ka lang nag-twice ng enter. But the enter key effect in your HTML, it is the BR. BR stands for line break. Another is, how about if I want to have a spacing between the W and E? So in spacing, it is also known as an empty tag, the same with the BR. So enter ko lang siya ha, enter. So if I want to apply space here, so the tag for spacing is ampersand and BSP semicolon, non-breaking space. So Control S again, Alt Tab F5 to switch the window. So I have now space in between W and E. Ma'am, gagana ba si spacebar? Yes. Yan. This one, E and E. So just use spacebar. So Control S, Alt Tab, and F5. Okay? But you need to use the non-breaking space for your activity number 1. So how about the invisible comments? So wait, I'm going to share my invisible comments right here. No, not this one, this one. So I have here an HTML tags. One of these is the line break. Line breaks are empty tags. They are used to break the paragraph or words to next line. So it moves to next line. In other words, this is your enter key. Enter key. Next is the non-breaking spaces. So the non-breaking spaces allows you to create multiple spaces that are visible on a web page and not only in the source code. So that is the ampersand and VSP. It gives space in between the word or letter. Next is the invisible comments. This tag is a container tags that uses like this. So this is the opening tag and then this is the end tag. So, usually class, the invisible comments is from the word comments. So, kunwari, magko-comments ka lang ng something or magno-notes ka lang to remind you. Example is this one. I want to comment on here. So, I can use here my invisible comments. So, angle brackets, exclamation mark, dash, dash. So, you can write ampersand, type NBSP semicolon. And then, for example, I want to remind myself that NBSP is for spacing, either letter or word. Then, close it now. Close the invisible comments. It's like this. So, please remember, this invisible, this is the opening and this is the closing for invisible comments. So the invisible comments is visible in your HTML, in your text editor, but it is invisible in your web browser. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo siya makikita sa web browser, pero visible siya here in the Notepad. Okay, so Control S, Alt Tab, F5, sorry, F5. See, wala siya kasi because it is invisible. Next. Next is how about if you want to apply the HTML tags formatting. So in HTML tags formatting, we have here the boldface. Yeah, this one. We have here the boldface, the italic, and underline. This is the example for boldface if you want to thicken the text, and then the italic if you want to italize, mag-slant yung text or words mo, and then the other in the underline is you if you want to have a line under your words or text. So how do you do that? So for example, I want to apply or bold here in my from the word first time. So what is the tag? Remember, the HTML text formatting is known as a container tag. So it has a partner. So for example, I want to here like this, B, then close it to B. Kasi siya lang yung gusto kong lagyan ng bold. Applyan ng bold. So Control S, Alt Tab, F5. So yun na yun. So ang naka-bold lang is yung word na first time. How about if you want to italize the word make? So what are you going to do? So before the end yung make, ito, make, ito, make. So dito ka maglalagay ng italic. So I, before the word make, then saan ka magko-close here in make? If you forget to put slash, see the effect ha. So, kunwari, nakalimutan ko lagyan ng slash. Control S, Alt Tab, F5. So, what will happen now? So, mula dun sa main na yun, i-slant niya, mini-italize niya. So, you need to put the slash. So, slash here. So, Control S, para si Make lang ang naka-italize. Alt Tab, F5. Ayun, si Make lang ang naka-italize. So, and then another one is, how about if I want to apply here in web page here like this, yung underline. I want to underline the word web page. Where is my web page now? This one. Or you want page like this. So if you want to underline the word page, you can go here. So you and then close mo siya dito. So para yung buong word na you buong word na page mag-underline siya. So you Control S, Alt Tab, F5. So I apply already the three tags, HTML formatting tag. I have here the bold, the italic, and I have here my underline. How about if I want to have an horizontal line? So, if I want to have an horizontal line in between my two paragraph, in between my first and second paragraph. So, how do you do that? An horizontal line is known as an empty tag. So, wala rin siyang partner. So, ang first paragraph natin is first time. So, nasaan si first time to make, where are you, where are you, and yan. Yung 2 is our second paragraph. So, dito ka maglalagay sa may 2. So, HR space slash control S, Alt Tab, F5. So, I have now my horizontal line. So, class, thank you so much for watching and listening. Good luck for your hands-on activity 1. God bless you, class. Ay, wait. So, this is my notepad. I wait. Yeah, yes, this one. Okay. Thank you, class.